Greetings to you, all my students. Uh, I'm sure you already know my name. I am Godwin Sogolo, Emeritus Professor of Philosophy, National Open University of Nigeria. In this first topic, we are going to discuss the meaning of philosophy. And we will start by talking about the origin of philosophy itself. What gave it that name, philosophy? And what do philosophers do? What has been the evolution of the discipline over the years? We will talk about some major philosophers and the ideas which they have postulated. And then, of course, we'll talk about the methodology, the method of approach of philosophers. We'll discuss some of the distinctions between philosophy and other disciplines. Why is it that at the end of your study, the highest achievement in philosophy, you get a PhD, almost in every discipline? Now we will discuss some of this. And we discuss the relevance of philosophy. What do they call philosophy? The queen of all disciplines, the mother of all disciplines. Now, these are some of the things we will discuss. And at the end, you'll be very conversant with the meaning of philosophy. We try as much as possible to be simple, to be clear in our discussion. Thank you very much. L101, Introduction to Philosophy. Introduction. In the late 1960s, the lecturer who introduced our class of undergraduates to philosophy at the University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, Professor Rabin Hatfield, said something which I still remember till date. He said we were lucky to have the opportunity of studying philosophy because the discipline would have positive effects on various aspects of our life, practically, intellectually, and spiritually. I have since experienced every bit of these benefits of learning philosophy. That is why I want to tell you that you are indeed fortunate to be in this class. Philosophy is one of the oldest disciplines in the world. They call it the mother of all disciplines. Although the teaching of the course has just started in the National University of Nigeria now. Philosophy is taught under the newly created Department of Philosophy in the Faculty of Arts. Due to the ubiquitous character of philosophy, it is taught in some universities under the Faculty of the Social Sciences, while in others it is located among the natural sciences. What it means is that philosophy is an all-embracing discipline that touches virtually on every aspect of human experience. There's hardly any reputable university in the world that does not offer philosophy or philosophy-related discipline. Let us start this course with the question, what is philosophy? The meaning of philosophy. There are as many definitions as there are experts in philosophy. However, by its origin, the term philosophy derived from the Greek word philo, meaning love, and sophia, meaning wisdom. When conjoined, philosophy then becomes the love of wisdom, and a philosopher, a lover of wisdom. In ancient times, a lover of wisdom was understood in relation to any area of human endeavors in which intelligence was applied in business, politics, human relations, and even tailoring or carpentry and such other practical skills. In contrast, philosophy is also defined in abstract terms which relate to the theoretical knowledge obtained from the sciences or the conceptual analysis of language. This is the sense in which philosophy means the pursuit of knowledge for its own sake, related to all forms of speculative thought, including the arts, sciences, and religion. As originally conceived by the Greeks in ancient times, much philosophy is understood as the love of wisdom. It applies to all areas of life and hence the general attitude of individuals or group of people. In this general sense, anybody has a philosophy, such as you may ask, talk about an individual's philosophy of life, a nation's philosophy of education, philosophy of business, etc. In this loose sense, everyone who thinks seriously about any subject matter may be called a philosopher. However, in the strict technical and professional sense, philosophy is an academic discipline. As an academic discipline, philosophy is a second-order thought system, and operates over and above the pedagogic level of other disciplines. The core areas of philosophy are logic, the arts and techniques of reasoning, epistemology, the theory of knowledge, metaphysics, the study of all that is beyond the human senses, ethics, the evaluation of human conduct, African philosophy, a study of traditional and contemporary African thought systems, and socio-political philosophy, a conceptual analysis of social and political institutions, ideas, and theories. Among the notable philosophers in the history of philosophy are Thales, Philo, Plotinus, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, Augustine, Thomas Aquinas, Duns Scotus Erigena, Immanuel Kant, David Hume, Karl Marx, William Friedrich Hegel, Bertrand Russell, Ludwig Wittgenstein, and many others. These renowned philosophers speculated on diverse areas of knowledge, experience, and formulated different theories on the problems of the universe, its nature and origin, the issues of man's existence, law, social institutions, religious beliefs, good and evil, politics, and other topics. As a second-order discipline, philosophy examines the premises upon which other disciplines conduct their research, and then critically analyzes their methodologies, conclusion, and validity or otherwise of the inferences drawn. It explains why there is the philosophy of almost every discipline: philosophy of science, philosophy of history, philosophy of law, philosophy of religion, philosophy of language, and so on. This must be what gave philosophy yet another appellation of queen of all disciplines, and obviously why the highest academic attainment in any discipline is Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, in the natural sciences, in the humanities, medicine, social studies, education, law, and so forth. Little wonder, therefore, that some of the greatest philosophers in the world were renowned scholars who had excelled in their various specialized fields of study. And by tradition, in nearly all the reputable universities of the world, it is the requirement that every student must have some dose of philosophy before graduation. Like in the issue of definition of philosophy, there has never been any agreement on the approach to study philosophy, to adopt in study of philosophy. There are, however, philosophers of the speculative approach who believe that philosophy can tackle certain issues of practical relevance to human existence. Many others of the analytic tradition are of the view that the main concern of philosophy should be to clarify concepts, analyze linguistic confusion, and make sense out of muddled claims and assertions. In the course of preparing this presentation, I received an online article from Professor Abdallah Uba Adamu, a professor who happens to be the Vice Chancellor of NAM, the current Vice Chancellor of NAM. The title of the article is 4 Reasons Why Philosophy is as Relevant as Ever, authored by one Joanna Hughes, in making this year's World Philosophy Date, Among others, the article specifically sees philosophy as the foundation of critical thinking, as a discipline that provides answers to questions beyond the scope of science, saying, for instance, that science helps us live longer, while philosophy helps us live better. The article also claims that philosophy has particular meaning in the business world and that ancient philosophers have continued to influence humanity. By far, the most outstanding quote of this article is the Socratic dictum that the unexamined life is not worth living. Short of this statement may appear, it sums up the relevance of philosophy to human existence. I thank philosopher Adamu for drawing our attention to this publication. Finally, as I want to congratulate all of you for being in this class, and I think you should count yourself lucky for studying philosophy. Congratulations for being a student of the mother of all disciplines. Thank you.